have joined me recently, my channel is Meditative Scrapbooking, and I am into a lot of natural stuff using this is my basic topic, the topic of my journals. So today I finally have decided to make a flip through of my latest journal and give you some update on what's going on and what's going to happen in my journaling career further on. So, but the first will come the flip through. I'll try to keep it short because I know how many of you don't like just a lot of messy talking. This is not for me today. And at the end, I'll tell you about some updates for those who are interested in in further notes about it. So this is, as you can see, an open spine made from an amazing old 60 or something years from the previous century book. This book is in Russian. It says the medicinal plants, woodlands medicinal plants or something like that, healing plants, and I preserved the cover as is because I consider it absolutely to the point. I was even thinking to leave it for me because I really like it. Feels so the concept here is so close to this cover and the feeling of magic and all these plants and all this, old vintage or ancient recipes of medicinal cures. But as long as I have one for myself, I decided I cannot just keep things in bulks. So this is the open spine, and I used machine stitching first to fix the signatures to the spine, and then I secured them one more time with a green thread and some beads on it. And I think it gives some kind of mode of interesting vibe, let's say. Interesting, right? And hand embroidery, hand stitching to seal these pieces and the cover and the spine. As you know, I'm very fond of everything sealed and absolutely safe. Yeah, the closure is made with these pieces. This is kind of, I don't know what this closure is called, but this one purely white was a white metal, and then I covered it with different alcohol inks, and we got some kind of vintagey effect. So, and yes, the spine and the edges of the signatures are covered a little bit with the paste mixture to imitate the moss. In fact, it's very hard, like it's not fluffy or mossy in itself. It's pretty hard here and rough, but it gives a very nice look. So this is the front cover inside. This is a tag with the name, and I actually preserved, first of all, I used a lot of vintage pages here, vintage paper. All of these are not coffee stained or dyed. Almost all of these are authentically vintage, and I tried to preserve as many book pages as possible. Not of this book, but of other books as well. So it still provides a lot of space for writing and for sketching and just whatever, and even for plants. And so let's start. This is the front page. There are 4 signatures here. This is, as you remember, probably if you watch my channel, and you know that I tried this die cutting machine echo printing, right, or something like that, when you just put a leaf, a green juicy leaf, and press it in the machine, and that's all. So I tried it out and it works. You see the color doesn't fade. I don't know how well. This one is about a month old. I'm not sure what it will look like in a couple of months or years, but I think even if it changes the cover, it will anyway stay natural. Yeah, these are the book pages. The book pages come from different books. Some of them are medicinal, as you can see them, medicinal plant books, so can be also used if you have the same plants. You have Latin names of all of them. You have good samples of what they look like. Yeah, it's the pages, some more stain. It's not a stain, it's coffee stained newspaper paper, and then with this echo pressed, echo dyed, I don't know. Another medicinal plant book, the page from an old notebook of 80s, and more. Yeah, most of them. When I was making this, I tried to pick the pictures, illustrations of the flowers and plants that really grow in the forests, in the woodland. Oh, I just can imagine how I don't know, atmospheric it will be to write something inside. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to keep it. It's a page from a children's book, and it's a very old one, and it's about what kind of dew you have on the grass in the morning. Pictures are nice. And you see, this is the inside, because the pages are really, many of them are really old and brittle. That's why the sewing, even with the sewing machine, somehow damaged some of them. So I had to secure sometimes with extra pieces of paper. But this is inevitable for pages like this. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so something nice and something, even if I have a book page, this time I put some pieces of note paper in different types to take notes, because here you can seal a plant, or you can put your own note, because it's not always necessary for me. When I keep my notes, I don't always just write them down. I sometimes can glue something in and so on. Yeah, and I did some doodling all over, like doodled frames, because to me this just changes the whole outlook of the page, and moreover, it gives a kind of it unites the whole composition, giving the same element, repeated pattern or something. Yeah, that's the end of the first signature. As you can see, I covered the inside of the spine also with this Moss Effect paste, and I love what it looks like. I guess when I feel my current medicinal plant book is full, I will make something like this for me. Okay, let's move on. One more, lupine pressed flowers. Okay, some tiny pictures, some bigger ones, an assortment of different book pages with different types of illustrations. And I always wonder whether you have, yeah, this is just one of the book cover pages, and I often wonder what plants you have in the place where you live. Do we have the same, and do you use them in the same way? It's so interesting, and it's so eye-opening, I would say, for us to see how close we are to each other or different. This one is also a page from a book, and this is a short story about the sun and the the importance of the sun for everyone. And these are the nice plants also. Early morning, early spring plants. Okay, let's look at more pages here. I wonder if you can recognize any of the plants you see here in your own, oh sorry, come on, in your own fields and forests. Yeah. This one, yeah, yes, again, for those for whom everything should be absolutely sealed and secured. I didn't glue the edges, and I let them loose. I let them pop up sometimes, because for me, this is something that gives us freedom when you can do something you really want to do. I hope it works like this. I just don't remember. No, I didn't. I just don't remember whether I wanted it to pop or not. No, it's not. It's not a pocket. Actually, as you can see, there are no pockets here. There are no extra elements or tuck spots as usual, as I do in many other of my journals that I have at hand. No, this one is purely for note taking, because I wanted to call it naturalist notes or something, but then I changed a little bit. Again, I must focus on that as long as all these pages are from old book pages, I secured them. Some of them can pop up and can crack. So this paste also is used as a seal for them. Okay. Oh, this one is a pocket. This is a pocket for anything, for notes, for whatever is necessary. And also one more pocket. Just put it here because, you know, the paper itself is pretty, I guess, soft. And it can absorb something if you put it inside, like a plant or a herb or a leaf, and you need to dry it. It can be used for that because the paper itself is pretty good for that. Okay. Some very tiny stickers here, very few and very tiny, because recently I have started to doubt how long they will stick. I used to use them immensely wherever, but I have never thought they probably will peel off as fast as all this washi tape peels. So next time I use them, I'll have to secure them with glue, and then it makes no sense to buy any stickers. You know, buying any stickers, yeah, that you have to glue. Okay, I think that will be. I will not buy any stickers at all. If you have any experience of using the stickers in the long run and how they behave after a couple of years, whether they peel off or not, as many types of sticky things do, just let me know. This one, let me stop on that. This one is a handmade old book. You know, the books that were provided as extra in big magazines. You could take out of these big magazines some pages, cut them, fold them, sew them, and get a tiny book. This is one of those, so it's like original. It's authentic as somebody who read it made it. This one was something. It was something about Adam and Eve or something. It didn't match the topic, so I just covered it with different pictures of medicinal plants and dictionary pages. And again, I had to secure everything with the extra pieces of paper and glue, just to make sure everything keeps in place. Also, pretty good, nice thing for notes, recipes, whatever. This one is nice, so nice. Yeah, they're so amazing. I'll give these plants and everything that refers to them. It's okay. One more. These are probably marigold. I don't remember. Yeah, marigold petals, probably. Yes. So this was the how many? That was the third signature. And the last one, the last signature is actually an envelope signature. It has an envelope as a cover. Envelope which is a little bit transformed and decorated with this frame that you can use for anything. And inside, first of all, you can see this kind of pocket with tiny tags, labels. These are, these pockets are not deep. Means like you cannot put anything big inside, but they are, on the other hand, they're very good for small things like this. And this one doesn't open. I mean, this part is sealed. These are authentic old vintage pages. These are coffee stained. Okay, some magazine about the forest plants. Coffee stained, and just this one is in French. Yeah. This is what it looks like in the middle of the spine when it's not secured. This one wasn't very badly damaged by the sewing machine, so I kept it as is. But if it starts, because this is a vintage page, this is also a vintage page, they are very brittle. If something goes wrong, anyone can just put a washi, but only using or some duct tape. But I always first glue this and then add something else. And this is it. So also good for writing and note taking, and almost non-decorated. This is an authentic library pocket with an old library card that I just decorated with some plant, and that's it. And here is a pocket of the envelope where I added 10 plus absolutely clean coffee stain tags. I made them myself. It's like they are made of old, I don't know what they call, old perforated cards for the computers. I have a bunch of them, and I keep coffee staining them, using them for tags. They are perfect in size and they are quite heavyweight. Not that good as Manila cardstock or Manila tags. These ones are way softer but still very nice. And the last cover page, the last page and the cover. This time I even don't know the language this is in. I guess it's from Happy Mail. I guess yes, it's from Happy Mail by Eschalt, maybe. Okay, my dear Scandinavian friend. Okay, wait a second. Let me seal it. Okay, so this is it. No use can damage it because it's already used. I mean, it looks used, and it must be, as any vintage and active thing, it must be as worn and I don't know, messy as I guess any magic should be. So now a little bit, thank you for watching the flip through. That's it with the flip through. The link to the listing of this particular journal, the links will be provided below. It's both listed in my Lavki discounted shop and Etsy shop. So and this is the last journal I have made this year. I'm not gonna take on any more projects up to the end of this year for sure. If only custom orders. But I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna start any big project now, for many reasons. And one of the reasons is that I've been combining 3 types of activities a couple of years, and I feel that I just have no time. And I have no time. I have a huge list of something I must do, and just something keeps squeezing it out of my of my time. So thank you so much, and see you one day. I hope to hear from you before that. I still will communicate and get in touch on social media or wherever. Maybe just a little bit of rest will help. So see you soon and have a great winter. Bye bye.